Welcome back to the channel. So today we've got the 2024 i4 M50, the G26 battery electric vehicle, or BEV. It is an individual Voodoo Blue, which we've had on the channel before. And as I understand, this is actually a Toyota color, and then has been co-opted by BMW, of course. Also Porsche. This is for store inventory, and I think this is a fantastic looking color on the i4. If you're going to get the i4, why not get something that stands out? So let's start up front. We've got the laser lights and shadowline package, which means we've got shadowline lights there. Our grille is sort of blacked out there. And then we've got the parking assistance package. You can see in the middle of this giant grille, camera right there. And down here, driving assistance professional package, radar and other sensors. Let's take a step back, taking Voodoo Blue. Make our way to the side here. So on the side, we got the Style 861M wheels with the red M Sport calipers, a very nice contrast against Voodoo Blue. Color wheels are bicolor, and a sort of tire lottery win here with the Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, not the 4Ss, but still a very good tire. And taking a step back so you can take in the side profile. On the other side, we'll get more Voodoo Blue in the sunlight. I'll note that model year 25 begins production, I think, in July. So there's still a little time to order some individual i4s if that's what you're after. Otherwise, you have to wait till model year 25, which will be the facelift for the 4 Series, at least the 4 Series Grand Coupe. 4 Series Coupe, Convertible, and M4 begin production in March for model year 25. All right, taking the back of this i4 M50. It's the i4 M50 badging in cerium gray. In our larger font M, sort of like a eBay special compared to the size of the 50. Then we got our faux diffuser in the back there. There's that 3/4 view of Voodoo Blue. So range on this one varies based upon the size of the wheel. Even from about 230 miles of range to about 270 miles of range. Of course, you can do better or worse depending on factors like basically your driving habits as well as the climate you're in. Now the battery size keeps changing. I think last year was around 82 something kilowatt hours. I think it's about 81.2 or 81.7 kilowatt hours now. So charging on level 2, fastest possible rate, you look at about 10 hours. And with the i4s, you get free or complimentary charging at Electrify America, 30-minute DC fast charging. You can also have that multiple times a day. You'll just have to wait about 60 minutes between sessions. But at the fastest possible rate, I think it's 195 kilowatts for the i4. I think about 35 minutes to charge from 10 to 80%. All right, let's make our way inside, go over pricing and options. See our M-style mirror caps there. Not quite fistable. So opening up, we have a very nice contrast against Voodoo Blue. It's the Oyster Vernasca leather. Now again, leather is not something we usually spec on store inventory i4s, but I think this looks really good against Voodoo Blue. You can see our standard seats, fairly comfortable and somewhat well bolstered. And of course, you do have adjustments for the side bolster and lumbar support, and a manual chrome catcher, M badging on the door sill. All right, so on the inside, your standard M steering wheel, or excuse me, M Sport steering wheel. We have M stitching, M badging, as well as the heated steering wheel button. I imagine maybe this disappears for the LCI. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Over here, driving assistance professional package buttons. We got no shift paddles here. And then we've got our iDrive 8 live cockpit, heads-up display, and the rest of the curved display here. And the finish here, the trim here is the oak matte wood trim. Pretty nice. It goes well against the Oyster Vernasca leather. Then we've got center console cover here for the cup holder as well as the wireless charging, which you shouldn't really use. Then you got your drive selector nub, and of course your iDrive controller and start-stop button in Voodoo Blue, really. All right, so starting price of the i4 M50 is $69,700. Voodoo Blue is another $4,500. That leather is another $1,500. Driving Assistance Pro for $1,700. Shadowland package for another $400. And then I got the parking assistance package for $700. Premium package for $1,650. That's a little bit hard to see there. Everything else here, except for the laser lights, $1,000. Otherwise, not a bad setup here. So all told, MSRP of this one, $82,145. Now note, premium package does include the Harman Kardon sound system. Not a separate option, at least on this sticker here. See the branding up there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hop in the back seat. All right, so I think my one criticism that's been consistent across the Grand Coupes, at least for the 4 Series, is the door opening is quite narrow. And here's a view from the back seat with our moonroof shade open. And we've got our climate control zone, which is on the i4, but sadly not on the i5. Then I think knee room and legroom is pretty decent. And headroom can be an issue. It's not too bad right now. I think maybe if you're 6 feet or above, you're probably going to run into some issues with the headroom. But I think the i5 is the better of the sedans here. It's sort of like the Goldilocks of the BEV sedans that BMW makes. All right, so I'll move the back here. We'll use our kick to open. Of course, the hatchback, which makes loading and unloading really, really easy. These seats do fold down as well. See the latches up there on the left and the right hand side. Cargo is pretty decent. And of course, you do have the charging cables that come with it. So you have a NEMA 1450 adapter right there for your level 2 charging needs at home, provided that you do have a NEMA 1450 outlet. You do have a little bit of extra space down here, and that's the Harman Kardon stuff there. But overall, not bad. Use our kick to close. You don't want to go too deep on the kick there in order to make it work. All right, in terms of horsepower, you're looking at 536 horsepower from the dual motor setup here, and 586 torques. So a super powerful vehicle, which feels like a BMW. Of course, your opinion may vary on that, but that's it for a tour around this i4 M50, and we'll see you at the next video.